You have a savings account that grows, a responsible buffer between you and the world, yet a quiet voice insists you have nothing. You watch the number climb with discipline, but when you consider spending on something meaningful, an immediate sense of lack tightens in your chest. This is the paradox of the financially prudent, who feel perpetually poor. It reveals that poverty is not just a financial condition, but a deeply rooted psychological one. This feeling persists because the brain has two separate ledgers. One is cognitive. You know the balance. You understand the logic of your safety net. The other is emotional, often governed by a much older, more primal system. If your early environment, whether through actual scarcity or simply a pervasive atmosphere of anxiety, encoded money as a perpetually scarce resource, that feeling becomes your baseline. Your nervous system calibrated itself to a world of not enough. Saving money now does not update this internal calibration. It simply gives the old fear a larger number to attach itself to. The feeling of poverty is the echo of that original setting, mistaking itself for a present reality. This is compounded by identity. For many, being good with money becomes synonymous with self-denial. The identity of the saver is often built on a foundation of restriction, vigilance, and saying no. Consequently, your sense of self-worth becomes tied to the act of not spending. The money in the account, then, isn't a tool for living. It is a trophy for restraint. To spend it, even wisely, feels like dismantling the very proof of your discipline and moral fortitude. You feel poor because you have psychologically disowned the money you have. It exists to be guarded, not to be utilized for your benefit, trapping you in a state of purposeful deprivation. There is also the powerful force of future tripping. For the anxious mind, savings are not for now. They are exclusively for a catastrophic later. Every dollar saved is immediately mentally spent on a future disaster, medical emergency, or job loss. The account may be full, but every penny is already allocated to imaginary futures of peril. This leaves no psychological room for present security. You feel poor because, in your mind's eye, the money is already gone. It has been lent to a future version of yourself who is in dire need. The present you is left with the sensation of having nothing to spend. If this understanding resonates with you, consider subscribing to SciMoneyX. We explore the hidden stories behind your financial behaviors, without the hype or simple fixes. This feeling is further reinforced by a distorted sense of scale. When your focus is solely on the grand total needed for ultimate security, a number that is often abstract and moves ever higher, your actual accomplishments become invisible. Depositing $100 feels meaningless against a goal of hundreds of thousands. This psychological discounting of your own progress ensures you never feel the cumulative weight of your efforts. You are running a marathon, but only measuring the miles left, never those you've already covered. The feeling of poverty is the exhaustion of that endless, unrecognized road. Ultimately, this reveals a difficult truth. We do not feel our bank balance. We feel our relationship to it. That relationship is a story, often authored during chapters of life you have since closed. The plot of that story might be about unworthiness, about the world being unsafe, or about your value being contingent on your sacrifice. Your rational mind sees, save money. Your emotional self, still loyal to that old narrative, reads it as a fluke, a temporary surplus soon to be corrected by the universe, or as money that fundamentally does not belong to you for joyful use. The closing reflection is this. You may feel poor because, on some level, you believe that security is something you must endlessly prepare for, but never something you are allowed to inhabit. The saved money is a monument to your anticipation of loss, not a foundation for your present well-being. So the uncomfortable truth is not that you lack resources. It is that your carefully built financial security exists in a separate, glass-walled room of your psyche. You can see it, you can point to it, but you have not yet given yourself the permission to step inside and feel its shelter. The poverty you feel is the chill from standing outside, looking in.